This is Heart Rhythm TV. I'm Clinton Thurber. Welcome to Fellows in Focus. Today I'm joined by Dr. Amin Al-Ahmad here with me to chat a little bit about a program coming up that all of us I think could benefit from. Dr. Al-Ahmad is with Texas Cardiac Arrhythmia Institute in Austin, Texas. He also has editorial roles with Circ A&E and JCE as well. Happy that you're joining us today.
Thank you, it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yep. So EP Live is the program coming up, I think in early June, right? And tell us a little bit about the history of that or where it comes from.
Yeah, so EP Live is an interesting program. It actually all started years ago when I was attending one of these FHRS meetings and sort of thought a little bit about why people go to meetings. And you go to listen to what's new and what the data is, but I found that a lot of the conversations that were happening on the side were things like, well, how do you do this? And what do you do with that kind of situation? And how are you ablating? And are you doing this when you ablate? And a lot of it ended up being some kind of technical kind of questions. And I realized we were missing this kind of, because we're a procedural specialty, this hands-on type thing. So I thought about it a little bit and I made a proposal for a book called Hands-on Ablation, and I'd asked several people to be involved with that. And one of the people was Dr. Andrea Natali. And when I brought it up to him and I said, we want to do this book called Hands-on Ablation, he said, why don't we just do a live meeting?
Okay.
And I was kind of floored by that. And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, let's do like a TCT for EP where we do live cases and some recorded cases. And we really talk about the nitty gritty of how people do things and show different approaches and kind of demonstrate the pitfalls. And it's live. And so
we're a small specialty, so we get in these silos, right?
Where yeah, exactly.
We forget how to, as the technology advances.
And showcase new things. And so that was sort of the birth of it back in 2012. And we had an AFib section, a devices section, a VT section, and a LA closure section. And we do about 15 cases at St. David's, and they're all transmitted. And now it's expanding, so we'll have some cases from Europe being transmitted. So, we sort of invite fellows. We try to have it all completely funded for fellows. So if fellows want to come, there is scholarship funding, and no fellow should have to pay for it, honestly.
Yeah, okay. And are fellows the primary target audience for the meeting, or do early career EPs come as well?
Yeah, so we do get some early career EPs. We get a little bit of everybody. I mean, sometimes it's people who just are interested in how it's done at a different place. I mean, one of the challenges in EP, when I trained, I felt like I knew what I knew, but then when I would visit other places, I would realize that every place I visited, I learned something different and something new and something I could kind of add to my portfolio to some extent. So that's the concept behind EP Live, is the panel comes from different places and we kind of showcase what we do in different techniques and get a discussion going about it.
Yeah, that's so valuable. I find meetings really energizing, I think, not only to talk to folks that I've met and known along the way, but to see all the new ideas. It's just a place for sharing ideas, I think.
And it's a small meeting and it's good for networking, so we kind of encourage if people want to join. We'd love to have people come.
And remind us again the date and place.
It will be the first Thursday and Friday in June, and following that immediately there's something called EP Finishing School, and again, if fellows are interested, this is completely funded by us, so we have grant support for this. So the fellows can come, we'll fly them there for EP Live, they'll see all of EP Live, and then they'll participate in the finishing school where they present cases and have discussions and things like that.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Great. So that's in Austin, Texas in early June, and easy to look that up and find registration information, I think.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Dr. Al-Ahmad.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Until next time.